Roads? It's the Ernest Hancock Show. Where we're going, there aren't any roads.
Welcome back to Declare Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock, each and every day here on the LRN.FM network from beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, from the beautiful studios of Freedom's Phoenix Farm. Yep, we're still doing chicken wire, man. I got a bunch to do today. You know, the one thing, I want to give you a little bit of history on this because it's something that's really been building up in my mind, and it's not just me. A lot of people that I respect, you know, that you see published a lot on Freedom's Phoenix. And we interview people that have sound minds. There is, I've been, just kind of voicing it privately. I'm going, man, there's something going on inside this libertarian thing that we've been waiting for decades, for circumstances to catch up with the philosophy. We're going, look, this is going to happen. It is math. It is inevitable. This is what prompted Dr. Paul to run for Congress. When you had us go off the gold standard in 71, and he's like, look, man, this is what's going to, it's amazing that it's lasted as long as it has, but that just means the correction is going to be even more dire. Things are going to get really bad. They have to. Today, I woke up, put on the news, CNBC, the greatest cheer. What they need is the perfect cheer. Yay. Here they come. Stock market's the highest it's been since last, July of 2008. You have job performance coming in. We're down to 8% unemployment now. Right. We have hiring this and doing that and so on. And you look at the stats, it's in the service sector. It's a part-time, or a lot of people aren't looking for jobs. I mean, just, and paying no offense. Well, yeah, we're concerned about inflation, but not for the immediate future. You even have the CEO of Walmart come out and say, hey, man, people are going to have to start getting used to this inflation thing going on. But we'll be the lowest price. It'd be 3 times what it is now, but we'll be lower than everybody else. As time has passed, and certainly since the Levolution of the last few years, there's been an understanding that what's coming is here. It's inevitable, and there's a reason for it, and there's a way to understand it. You do certain things happen. It's like chemistry. One of the most impressive chemistry experiments they did when I was a sophomore in high school, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but basically they took a beaker and they filled it up about 25% with just regular white granulated sugar. I think it was sulfuric acid that they added to it, stirred it, and just stood back. All of a sudden, there's a 4-foot column of carbon. Just wham! Just grew out of it instantly, and I go, wow, that was cool. I see the same thing happening. You can take the ingredients, you mix it, and then you just sit and wait, and you know what's going to happen. Now, it might be impressive to people that don't know what's going to happen or haven't seen it before, but you know what's going to happen. You mix certain ingredients, it produces certain results. We're seeing the results of collectivism, tyranny, authoritarianism, we rule youism, not allowed to just be your own boss of yourself. I mean, it just keeps going. When you do that, certain things happen. We're in the middle of that. I saw it firsthand when Rick Tompkins was running for the nomination in 96. We're a little nothing out here, but we had gotten our first printing press, and we started doing nice, big newsletters, sending them out to the crowd with, this hardcore, anarcho-capitalist, Arizona, no compromise, libertarian hardcore thing. We started getting contacts from people on Wall Street. I remember this. I don't remember specific names or whatever, but this was the deal. If you will stop focusing on this, we can get you some support. We can get you some money. We'll help you here and there. And we just all grinned to ourselves. Yeah. Like it was going to make a difference anyway. And we don't want to lay down with these flea-bitten dogs anyway. But what proved to us is this little bitty effort, this little bitty third party, and this little bitty, mailings that we did to key people, emphasizing what we saw were the problems on Wall Street and the fascism that was being developed in the Clinton administration with, same crap that's going on now. I can't remember what the big issue of the day was, but it was so clear that just this voice was a threat to them financially. Shut up. Okay? It's worth some money for you to shut up. We can control this candidate over here. We can get him not to say this and focus on this. Do this, do that. It was all this manipulation, even down to the Libertarian Party from Wall Street. Now, to what degree and what levels, I'm young, I don't care. But the fact that it would happen, that it was that important, and what other outlet did you have? You didn't have the internet like we have it now. Now, we had email. We were, communicating with email and different lists and so on, so it wasn't a secret. And you knew who to send stuff to and that kind of thing. But at that time, so imagine it's mid-'90s. I'd gone through the Perot thing, witnessed that. I'm in lawsuits, with the government on election laws and all that kind of my activism. I was county chairman of the Libertarian Party here at the time, and all this kind of. So I'm involved in presidential campaign and all that, and I started to realize they must squash dissent everywhere because truth has a way of leaking out between the fingers of the fists of propaganda. It always has. It always will. They just want to delay it long enough to be able to do whatever it is they want to do. Once you get into Libya, once you get the TARP, once you have this power, this law, this patriot, once you get that, then the rest of it is, you're just whining, we already got it. So I can't fight them on that field. It has to be a battle between the ears, a revolution between the ears of the populace, a cultural shift. It's not everybody understands the importance of that. And certainly they'll downplay it. Oh, you're just not, you want the real power, you got to get inside. You got to wear the shiny badge. You got to deal where, where the deals are being made. You got to get at the table. Can't tell you how many times I heard this. In the Libertarian Party, they espoused to be like the NRA. The reason was they even had a certain kind of software. It was called Razor's Edge or something like that. Hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on this thing because they thought it was the method, the style over substance. Activism, being an inspiration, doing all that. Doesn't matter how many times you could have the activists here in Arizona and other people around the country do things like the Lovolution. And that's just one project of many. The wallet voting or We Know the Truth in Arabic campaign. There's just one after another after another. The Libertarian Party is nowhere to be found on this. Anyone that is libertarian knows this. We understand this. We expect this. So what we've done is a lot of times you go off on and do, which is fine, diversification, division of labor. That's cool. That's the way you do it anyway. Temporary, voluntary alliances. We'll be best as buddies with someone for a month or two, and then we'll go off and focus somewhere else, come back to them later, include them. And it's just, this amorphous, you can't, get hold of us, there's no head of the snake kind of thing. Well, you have Bumper Hornberger goes off and does Future Freedom Foundation, kicks butt. International Society for Individual Liberty, Advocates for Self-Government, Antiwar.com, Freedom's Phoenix. It just goes on, and it just, they permeate society on the issues that are important to them. The Libertarian Party is getting to the point, and I've warned this, I've even said it in public writing, so this is not a secret. I go, look, it's getting to the point that it will become the enemy of freedom and will need to be targeted sooner or later. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen. And certainly at the national level. Now, you have local parties, because ballot status is a state function, not national. The state parties control, but they want to control from that. In fact, they're trying to copyright the the word so that they can trademark it. Nobody else can call themselves libertarian unless they're through the Central Command. There's something cooking, and I think it's going to come to its head before the 2012 election cycle. And I just wanted to take this opportunity to share it with you because, it's really starting. There's going to be some writings and articles and things that will come out that really emphasize this. And the battle wasn't started by me or recent. It's been going on for decades. But what's the cure? It's you. It's how you live your life, not what club you belong to. It's not what secret handshake you know. It's your relationships as individuals. Think about it that way. Problem's already solved. Uncovering the secrets and exposing the lies. That's what readers of freedomsphoenix.com get every day. Readers of freedomsphoenix.com are constantly provided the information that detail the real news between the lines of propaganda about government policies and the true relationship we all have with coercive governments. Learn the true condition of our economy, innovations and technological breakthroughs in energy, health, computer science, and space travel. Learn the truth well before it's admitted to in the lamestream media, the media that is so last century. Corporate media has evolved into nothing more than distributors of government propaganda, but we now have a fantastic alternative. FreedomsPhoenix.com provides constant news updates on the issues that affect our lives in the most important ways. Our liberty and our property are under constant attack, and FreedomsPhoenix.com provides the understanding behind the propaganda while encouraging the participation of our readers. Join us at FreedomsPhoenix.com. That's freedoms with an S, Phoenix.com. FreedomsPhoenix.com, where the revolution between the ears has already matured.